I'm a first-time mom and I feel like I waited forever for this experience. I have had the most beautiful pregnancy journey and I wanted to share my second trimester experience, symptoms, and more with you all. This is second trimester. You could go back to the previous video to watch the first trimester, and I will post the third trimester after this one if you're interested in this series. The second trimester was mainly about us telling our loved ones and us living in this blissful moment with them. The first trimester was mainly just us being happy, ecstatic, and just taking in that moment together before telling people. And second trimester was us telling people and living in that moment with them, which was a beautiful experience. So some symptoms I started experiencing in the second trimester was, the first one is edema. My hands are still swollen right now. My feet are still swollen. It's pretty bad. Like, I couldn't wear my wedding ring anymore. I had to replace it with like a silicone band. The swelling got pretty bad. It wasn't painful, but I just started to retain more water. I did not have like high blood pressure or anything like that. It was just edema. Also, my SI joint, if you ever been pregnant or you know anything about an SI joint, it is a different type of pain. It's basically like that, the coccyx area, the bottom of your tailbone area. That pain was different. Like, I couldn't sit. Any way I sat, it hurt. If I sat in the middle, it hurt. If I leaned to the left side started hurting. So that pain really increased. And obviously that's when your body starts producing relaxin, and your muscles and joints start to change and relax and things start to shift. That was happening. My back pain increased. It just was the lower back, my lats, just my whole back. Everything from probably like maybe not the top, but the mid back on down in my SI joint. It was not nice. That's why I started seeing a chiropractor, and I did get relief from that. And also my acupuncturist helped with relieving some of that pain. Also, pregnancy brain started to happen for me in second trimester, but it happened differently. When you normally hear pregnancy brain, it says like, oh, you're kind of forgetful. You can't remember what you say. Like, my words were being replaced with the wrong words. So I could be talking and I'd be like, oh, are we going to go to, I don't know. Are we going to go to the spaceship? And I'd be like, wait, no. I mean, are we going to go to the craft store? Literally, like, I would just replace certain words and it would just be weird. Or like, I would use the word in the wrong context. And my wife would be like, you mean, complicated? And instead of complicated, I might say like, oh, complimented. So my pregnancy brain started at this point. It was mixing words up. It was very interesting and funny at times, but also frustrated because, like, I know what I'm talking about, but the words that's coming out of my mouth is not what is in my mind. Also started experiencing bloating. So I didn't really start looking pregnant. I have pictures where I took every week. Well, I didn't take, Babe took them, but I took pictures every week, and I really didn't start looking pregnant till like 20s, like 26, 27 weeks. But I was experiencing some bloating. Also, constipation got real in second trimester. Like, woo! The constipation was real. It was uncomfortable. It hurt. It caused hemorrhoids. It was a lot going on. So I was like on a strict for myself, drinking prune juice every day, eating 5 prunes every day. Like, I was on a very strict, like, I refuse to be constipated thing, because they were saying, oh, that's normal. It's normal. It's like, is it normal or is it common? It's different. Also, during the second trimester is when I started waking up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. So I probably only wake up once in the middle of the night. Now, I could give birth any day now, so I'm waking up multiple times. But at this point, I probably started waking up once or twice in the middle of the night. But that was second trimester, and I missed sleeping through the night. I did mention that my appetite increased in the first trimester, but the second trimester, my appetite increased even more from the first trimester. Like, I had to start eating smaller meals, but more frequent meals. So I'll eat 3 big meals a day and have little snacks in between. This, in second trimester, I was eating like 4 medium-sized meals and snacks in between. The last symptom before I get into memories is carpal tunnel. Like, my fingers, I'll talk about that in the third trimester. but my fingers started going numb. But the carpal tunnel, mainly like if I'm cutting something, holding something, my wrist and hand start to experience a different level of pain. And it was and is carpal tunnel that I have. Important memories from the second trimester. The first one is I started to get a little bump. Well, I thought it was a little bump then. Like, it was a little bump. And obviously, because second trimester for me was from July to October. So I got a bump, just not as soon as I wanted it. And I was just kind of like hoping and wishing for a bump because I waited so long to be pregnant. I'm like, why I'm not looking pregnant? I can't wait till I go out and somebody asks me when I'm due, because you can look at me and tell that I'm pregnant. That wasn't the case until late second trimester. Also, something that was memorable is that our nephew came for the summer and spent the summer here. That was pretty cool. That was during the entire second trimester. He came in June and left in August, I believe, something like that. No, he came July, left in August. But having that time memory spending with him was a really good memory for us during the second trimester. Our first real baby shopping trip happened during the second trimester. We went to Once Upon a Child. It's like a thrift store for kids. They resell used clothing and things, but they were having a 90% off sale. So we was like, let's just go in there and see. Let's see what they have. Now, mind you, the prices are already like 50 to 60 between 40 to 60% off regular retail price, and then they were having 90% off on top of that. So we was just like, let's go in here and see. We could just see, so when baby come, we know what to expect. Baby, we got in there and we didn't just see, we shopped, but we got so many clothes from like newborn to 12 months for like $180, and that could be like baby's entire wardrobe. So it was a really good day. I think we got like 200 and something pieces for $180. So we got our first baby shopping trip in the second trimester. We told the rest of our family during the second trimester. So we told my mother-in-law and very, very close friends at the end of the first trimester. I was 11, 12 weeks. But we told the rest of our family members during the second trimester.
I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. I get to love you. I get to love you.
We also revealed baby's gender to the family in the second trimester. I think, yeah, it was the second trimester, but they were at different times. So when we basically told the rest of our family in our very cute baby announcement video that we were pregnant and expecting in the second trimester, which was a very happy time for us. I started moving my body in the house, and this may be weird to you, but I think it's important. Like, I started walking on a treadmill and things like that in the house to kind of just stay active. To start by being active, because going through our IVF process, there are certain moments, most of the time, you cannot like work out and do intense workout or do anything. Like, they kind of want you to be like sit still because of the process. So I started to be more conscious of moving my body and being active because I wanted to stay active during a pregnancy, and I knew it would help with birth and recovery. Also took a trip to Miami during the second trimester and had our baby moon trip during our second trimester. We're cruisers. We love the cruise. So we went on the Carnival Celebration cruise for 7 or 8 days. The stops were Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, and we had some fun days at sea. This was a beautiful time. I'm glad we went on the baby moon. I think I was like maybe 20 weeks, somewhere around there. I'll calculate it and put it on the screen. But I'm glad because I still had energy. I wasn't too tired. I did get a little tired from like a lot of walking, but I was able to enjoy the Baby Moon cruise. We spent time together. We ate good food, all of the good things. So Baby Moon cruise, we took that, and we had to go to Miami to, go to the port, and we saw family while we were there also. During second trimester, I also started reading pregnancy and my postpartum book. I started reading it on the cruise, but it is, I think it's called Sis, You're Pregnant, something like that. And it's basically about Black motherhood, Black pregnancy, being Black while pregnant, having kids while being a Black woman. And it was a really good book, and I started reading that during the second trimester. We did not have a gender reveal party or baby shower or anything, but we did reveal to our family and close friends the gender of baby. And we knew at 10 weeks, I think we found out at 8 weeks, 9 weeks. We found out very early, but we told them like when we were ready to tell them. So we did a video and sent it to everybody, which was super cute. And yeah, happy, excited.
It's like yesterday, I didn't even know your name. Now today, you're always on my mind. I never could have predicted that I'd feel this way. You are a beautiful surprise.
We took a road trip to New Orleans for my sister-in-law's birthday. I love New Orleans. We love New Orleans. It's a 6-hour drive, but that was super exciting because we ate good food, had a good time. We were able to see our other family members there because it was a trip with family. And that was a good time. And I also ran into my best friend Amanda while we were there. Random. I didn't know she was in New Orleans. She didn't know I was in New Orleans. We were like on Bourbon Street, and she walked in a place and was like, that sounds like my best friend. And she got in, like she saw my wife and got in her way and was like, what? Super ironic, but it was a moment to remember. Also in the second trimester, Babe surprised me with a pre-baby experience. She wanted to do something just for me that I would enjoy. We go on dates and things, but she wanted to do something for me before baby comes and just about me. And she surprised me with the tea tour. I am a tea drinker. I love tea. And I love to sightsee. Like, I love little cute things, like simple things. And it was a tea bus where you try different teas, but they also take you around the downtown Atlanta area. So that was super fun. And then I turned around and did something for her. And it was a glass blowing experience. She created, I just kind of sat back. She created 2 glass mugs through glass blowing. She's an artist, she's a creative, so that was right up her alley. But our 2 pre-baby experiences that we did for each other was a moment to remember. We also took a trip to Tampa. We drove down to Tampa to see my uncle and my aunt. That was fun. We just stayed in the house. We were chilling, really. Like, we didn't do much. I love those type of trips. You go spend time with family in the house, cook, eat regular food. Like, we ain't doing too much. We ain't going nowhere. But they wanted us to come down. They wanted to host us. We went down. We drove down. This was right after the hurricane, so the drive was a little longer than normal. But it was a really good time to see them and, spend time with them. We started taking birth prep and postpartum classes through our birth center. They have different classes. So we started taking them like eating for 2, baby wearing, breastfeeding classes, all of the different classes they offer we took, and it was amazing. Baby even took one on how to support the birthing parent during birth and after birth. So really good classes. Also, like the last 2 things I would cover, it's probably like one of the top memories, is I started feeling baby's movement in the second trimester. At about 17 weeks, I do have a anterior placenta, so it took me a little longer to feel baby. And even when I tried to explain to the midwives and stuff that not midwives, like my MFM, that I was feeling baby, they was kind of like, maybe it's gas. And I'm like, I know gas. This isn't gas. Like, there's nothing following this. Gas, something follows. Something follows, and this is baby. And it was like little bubbles and stuff. Around 17 weeks, I felt baby, and And also, my wife was able to feel baby move for the first time around 24, 25 weeks. Somewhere around there, a little later than what I obviously, because I'm feeling small movements, but she is able to feel baby on the outside at like 24, 25 weeks, and that was pretty exciting for her and me. So this is second trimester recap. Tune into the next video for third trimester and watch the previous one if you haven't for first trimester.